So today I am finally answering all of your burning questions about my wedding. Oh my god, okay, so I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. I put up a little Instagram question box, a wedding Q&A literally months ago. I just got back like a week ago from Italy, from finishing up the planning process. So I feel like I know a lot more now and I can answer these questions better. Okay, so let's first go over the basics in case you're new here and you don't know about my upcoming wedding. First of all, I've been engaged since 2019. Okay, we were planning to get married I think in 2020 or 2021. I always knew I wanted a long engagement, but then the pandemic came obviously, so that put a pause on everything. We also launched Daily Thrive app in 2020, so we had a lot on our plates. Like we had launched a new business, we were doing so many things, like we could not plan a wedding. But finally earlier this year we kicked off the planning process. So like I said, let me go over the basics of this wedding. When is your wedding was the first question I got, and it is in June 2023. The wedding is located in Italy. It is a destination wedding. I am based in Miami. Most of my family and friends are based in Miami. You're getting married specifically in Tuscany. Next question I got is how many guests? So I come from a Latin family, so I have a lot of family. We also have a lot of friends. Johnny is a very sociable person, so he makes a lot of friends all over the world, everywhere we go. He also has got a good amount of family, so our guest list is pretty extensive. We were aiming to have around 100 guests. Our current invite list is at 175. Obviously, this being a destination wedding halfway across the world, we are expecting at least half of those people to not be able to go. As much as we would love everyone there, we understand like it's not easy. So far, only like 3 people have said no. I mean, it's a great thing that a lot of people want to go, but we're a little bit like, oh shit, this is a little bit more than we bargained for. Obviously, it's still early days. It's still early days. We'll see. Next, someone asked, why did you choose Italy to get married? And aside from the obvious, which is that Italy is such a beautiful place, okay? Such a romantic place. That is actually where Johnny and I met. This deserves a whole other video, like an in-depth how we met video, but we were both studying abroad in Italy. We were in the same program. He's not Italian. Everyone thinks he's Italian. He's not. He's Cuban. That's where like sparks between us flew. That's where our romance started. We've been back there countless of times, not just because it's where we met, but we love the food, we love the people. It's so beautiful, and our goal is to actually live there one day. Yeah, like that was just the obvious choice. I also would never get married in the USA for budgetary reasons, but I will go into that a little bit later in the video. Next question, or questions I shall say, were all about the dress. Y'all really want to know about this dress. Let me tell you the situation, okay? I've been to 6 wedding dress shops here in Miami, and I just feel like the wedding dress industry in the US, like the wedding dresses that are popular in the US, are really not my style. I've done a little bit of shopping in Europe, like in Eastern Europe. I did a little bit of shopping in Greece, and I just feel like all the dresses in Europe, they're just a different style. They fit my style better. So I did find a dress that I love. It is only available in another country. I have to get it shipped here, and it's like a whole process. I haven't decided on that dress 100% yet. I still am gonna shop around in like 2 more places here in Miami, but I am like 90% leaning towards that dress. That's probably the dress I'm gonna have. I don't wanna give too much away because it's supposed to be a surprise. I don't know if Johnny will watch this. I guess if you're watching, you better stop the video.
I'm just gonna give one little hint, okay? One little hint.
I feel like whenever I tell people I'm shopping for a wedding dress, everyone always expects me to wear something tight, and I'm like, no. Like, I am not a mermaid fitted gown kind of gal. For me, it looks so stiff, so uncomfortable. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to
shake my ass on my wedding day.
And people say just because I have curves or because I have a booty, they're like, oh, you gotta wear something tight. And I'm just like, why would I want to like show those assets on my wedding day? Like, that's not what the day's about. I want to wear something that makes me feel like a princess, that makes me feel, you know, like royalty on my wedding day. And that's all I'm gonna say. Next question or questions is how am I wedding my hair on my wedding day, and hair and makeup inspo. Okay, let's talk about it, because I have been growing my hair out, and it's a struggle when you have bleached hair and curly hair, okay? What's helped my hair growth a lot is my hair vitamins. They're right here. So my hair vitamins from Woman's Best, I take these every single day. It has biotin, zinc, vitamin C. It helps my hair growth, not just the length, but also the thickness of my hair. Girl, my hair has made progress. If you've been a long time follower, you know I wore my hair super short for a long portion of my life, and now we're, you know, trying to grow it out for the wedding. We have 6-7 months left to keep growing it, so hopefully it's as long as possible. Fingers crossed. But you can actually shop these on Woman's Best because I get a lot of question on them. They're super yummy. And Woman's Best is having their Black Friday sale this month, so you can get up to 70% off. The link is in my description. Also, my outfit is from Woman's Best, by the way. So for hair and makeup inspo, for hair, this is basically what I'm going for. I just want like big, voluminous, loose waves. I did do a hair and makeup trial in Italy with a really like good makeup artist, and it was good. I just feel like I know my face, I know my skin, and I know what looks best on me, and I have never in my life, even when I do super professional shoots for brands and they come and do my makeup, I always have to adjust to myself, and I never like it when someone else does my makeup, like ever. I think I'm gonna end up doing my own hair and makeup on my wedding day. I'm definitely gonna have to start practicing though, because obviously on your wedding day, you gotta do a little different. You gotta put primer, you gotta make sure it lasts, you know, looks good in photos. So I'm gonna start practicing, I'm gonna start doing tutorials. Please in the comments below, drop your favorite like YouTube hair and makeup YouTube people that I can watch tutorials, because I need help. And it's not the makeup itself, it's just how my face looks with so much makeup on. I feel like I don't look like myself, and why would I want to look like someone else on my wedding day? Like, I want to look like me, you know, and I want to feel good. That is the stitch with hair and makeup. But this is what I'm going to try to do on myself, on my face, and my hair as well. Wish me luck. Next question, will there be different dresses throughout the wedding day? So I would ideally like to have a dress to change into just for like the party part, something short and fun, but I haven't decided yet, also because I haven't decided on my actual official dress yet. So I'll get back to you on that question in a future Q&A or a Q&A after the wedding. And then someone asked if I'll be having a bachelorette party. So we were originally planning to do a joint bachelorette right before the wedding. So we were gonna have our close friends fly in early and then go to the wedding. But like thinking about it, it just feels like that would be a little bit complicated. I'm gonna have to lug my dress around with me wherever we go. So we did end up deciding to do a separate batch. We're probably doing it somewhere in the Caribbean because that's the only feasible option. Like, I'm not gonna ask my close friends to fly to Europe twice, like in the span of a month. I do wanna do St. Bart's because I love St. Bart's so much. So we'll see about that. We're still like deciding what we're gonna do. So yeah. Next question, how did you decide on your wedding venue? We went back in March and we went venue scouting with our wedding planner, which by the way, wedding planner for destination wedding is 100% like necessary. You need that. But we went venue scouting. So we saw like 10 or 11 different venues. And at the end of the day, we just picked the one that felt right. Like when we were there, we could really just envision us getting married there. It was also convenient for our guests and everybody flying in. It just kind of checked all the boxes, and price-wise, it was one of the best prices, and it kind of had everything we wanted. So we kind of said, okay, let's pick something that's more affordable, so then we have more room in the budget to do other things. Next question is if we're having any other wedding events, like a rehearsal, dinner. So of course, this is a destination wedding, so we're not gonna have everybody fly over there just for like one day of events. So we are having a welcome dinner the day before the wedding. And then the day after the wedding, we will be having like a pool party, pizza party. It's gonna be like a 3-day fiasco. Next question is budget. Oh girl, budget, I don't know her. You know, everyone says that when you start this wedding planning process, you start getting a little crazy, and yeah. Like we were just doing the venue walkthrough last month, and we were with like the lighting and music guy, and he was asking us what we wanted, and he was making suggestions, and to every suggestion I was like, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, put that on the list. Ooh, chandeliers, I want it. Lighting there, let's do it. Feathers here, let's go. Like, Johnny was walking behind me a little bit like, oh my fucking God. Obviously, like we're not gonna do all those things. We're gonna get a proposal, but it also depends on how many people end up going. Like I said before, it might be a lot more people than we expected, maybe. When we started the planning process, we had budgeted around $30,000 to $40,000, which is a pretty good budget for a destination wedding. In the US, that kind of gets you just like the bare minimum because the wedding industry here is so crazy. But when you go abroad, like to Europe, you get a lot more for your money. It is slowly creeping over. We're thinking we can try to save money somewhere else, but we'll see. Okay, so this next question, a lot of people ask me about whether I will be paying for accommodations and for travel expenses for my wedding guests. For me, this is kind of a strange question, and I'll explain why in a little. I know there's some people that can afford to do this and they do this. Maybe this is also something that's easier to do if your destination wedding is like, you know, a 1-hour flight somewhere. You're having a very small wedding with like 20 people, but obviously with 100+ people, we're not gonna be paying for their accommodations or their expenses. I also got this comment, and I've seen this before, like on TikTok and stuff. Someone said, some people say it's rude to have destination weddings because guests have to spend money. What do you think about that? To me, that is very weird. I feel like when you get married to your person that you're gonna spend forever with, it's about you guys. Of course, you want your family and your friends there to celebrate the big day with you, but at the end of the day, it's about you, it's about your love for each other, and it's about what makes you two feel good. So someone's saying that it's rude for me to have a destination wedding because other people have to pay to go. First of all, no one's holding a gun to your head and forcing you to come to my wedding. And I'm not gonna take it personally if anyone says, hey, I can't make it, like, I can't afford it, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Like, I'm not having this wedding for you. I'm having this wedding for me and my person. Most people have seen this as their opportunity to travel somewhere they want to go. If someone doesn't want to go or can't go, like, it's fine. Like, it's also most friends and family are more than capable of going if they really want to. People claim they have no money, but then they go to the club and they spend like $400 or $500 on alcohol on one night. Like, that it's just, it depends where you put your priorities, you know, and that's not my problem. What we are doing to help guests out a bit is that we did set up a hotel block in a really nice hotel nearby, and we were able to negotiate a really good rate. It's like 120 euros a night for like a pretty nice room, which is really good for hotel standards. We are also providing transportation during the whole weekend to and from that hotel because the venue's kind of like in the countryside. And of course, during all the wedding events, the food and everything is provided. Obviously, it's not a BYOB wedding. And we are not expecting really any gifts. Like, a lot of people have asked us about a registry. We set up an optional, like, if you really want to donate to our honeymoon fund, you can do that. But we made it clear that we are not expecting any gifts. Like, the best present for us is someone joining us on our wedding day, and knowing that they have to spend money on travel, like, we are aware of that. But at the end of the day, if someone wants to come or doesn't want to go, it's their choice. Sorry guys, my camera keeps overheating. It's getting hot in here. But no, I've been filming for a long time, so I'm gonna try to speed it up. Okay, next question. Are children invited? Of course they are invited. It's a destination wedding. I feel like it would be very weird to say, hey, come fly across the world for a wedding, but leave your kids at home. Nah. We do have a lot of family and friends that are choosing to leave their kids at home. They want to have some adult fun, some good times, but children are definitely invited. And I have a lot of children in my family that I love, like my little cousins, and they're used to like partying all night with us, so, and dancing, so like it's fine, not a problem. Then someone asked, who is your wedding photographer? And I love my photographer. I mean, she obviously hasn't taken my pictures yet, but I am obsessed with her photos. Her name is Julia Kaptilova. I will link her Instagram here. I love her style. I love how candid and natural everything looks. I'm turning very anti-bridal. If anything looks too bridal, I don't want it. If anything's too traditional, I don't want it. Like, a wedding dress looks too bridal?
No.
These wedding pictures look too bridal?
No.
Like, I don't want that over-filtered, over-processed, everything's orange and yellow look. Ugh. So I really, really love her work, and our videographer is also amazing, but I kind of don't want to share her yet just because like the video style is very cool and different, and I don't want to give any sneak peeks of what that video might look like until after the wedding day. But after the wedding day, I will absolutely share all my recommendations, like all my vendors, and yeah. Okay, so now the next couple of questions are focused specifically on like wedding details. So someone asked, do you guys want to get married inside or outside? Absolutely outside. We are getting married in Tuscany. It's so beautiful outside. We are not religious at all, so this is a symbolic ceremony. No churches, no pastors, no priests, popes, whatever you use. Outside in the beautiful countryside. Like, everything will be outside, unless it rains, which it better not. Anyway, what music will be played? We want to like make the first half of the wedding like very romantic, Italian classic music, like nice, good vibes. When the party starts, girl, all bets are off. Like, I'm Latin, we live in Miami. It's gonna be perreo all night. We're gonna have Bad Bunny, reggaeton, house music. It's just gonna be lots of dancing. Anything that makes you wanna shake your ass, we're gonna have that. Yeah, looking forward to lots of dancing. We still have to find a DJ that we like. We're still in the process of looking. And we do wanna have live music for like the, you know, aperitivo hour and maybe for the ceremony, so we'll see about that. Someone asked, are you doing any non-traditional things at your wedding? Like I mentioned before, I am turning very like anti-traditional, anti-bridal. I'm not wearing a veil, like that's one. Also, when I walk down the aisle, instead of like walking slowly down the aisle with my dad, I wanted to like, I don't want to say that actually because that's a surprise. There are a few other non-traditional things I want to do, but I don't wanna say them yet because some of my wedding guests might be watching my video, and I also don't wanna ruin the surprise for people who are actually coming to my wedding. So I cannot say. And then someone asked, is there a theme? I don't know what you mean by theme. When you say theme, I think of like 4 weddings on TLC type vibe. Like there was a girl once that had a bumblebee themed wedding. We're not doing themes. Those are truths. Although when I had my Pinterest board and I was like 15, when I made my first Pinterest board of my future dream wedding, this was my theme. Look, look, look. Oh God, Lord have mercy. No, there is no theme. I can show you some pictures, decor, inspo. I want it very natural, very rustic, but also elegant, beautiful, but also respecting the beauty of the countryside. Like I don't want to take away from the setting that we are at because that really is the main focal point and the main decor of the day. Oh my God, my camera keeps overheating. Okay, so I'm gonna run through these last couple questions. So I got a lot of questions about whether I think a destination wedding is worth the money or if it's more complicated or if it's harder. Do I think you get more bang for your buck? Absolutely. I think that you also create beautiful memories with all your close friends and loved ones because you make a trip out of it and it's just something that will, like, you will always remember and such an amazing experience. Is it harder, more complicated? That is still under review because I'm not done planning the wedding yet. Like once the wedding is done, I guess I'll be able to answer that question better. But what's helped a lot is having an amazing local wedding planner who speaks the language. She's Italian. She knows so many vendors. She's like awesome at what she does. She's been in the field a long time. She's very like highly rated, very popular, and I trust her 100%. And she's so worth the money. Like she's been amazing. So that's also made the process a lot easier. I would not be able to do it on my own. Like, girl, no. And then the last couple questions are just marriage questions in general, I guess. Someone asked, marriage was something I always wanted when I was little. And when I was a little girl, like based on my Pinterest board, obviously I did want to get married. There came a time in my life where I wasn't in the right relationships, multiple, and I kind of stopped believing in marriage a little bit. I stopped believing in monogamy. Like I was just kind of like, marriage is a scam. I'm never gonna be married, blah, blah, blah. And then I met Johnny and my whole outlook on that changed. So I do think when you find the right person that you want to spend your life with, like why not celebrate that love? Obviously I know having a big wedding might not be everyone's like way of getting married. Some people want to elope, some people don't want to spend any money. Being successful and making a name for myself and like working so hard and making money is so that I can also enjoy that money and like spend it and have this amazing event that is gonna bring me so many memories. It's gonna bring all of our friends and family close together. And I think it's gonna be a beautiful thing, especially because we're prioritizing spending that money on the stuff that matters. Like I'm not here freaking out over the type of napkins we're gonna have and like getting the most expensive ones. Like I literally do not care about that. I'm more focused on like the big things that are gonna make an impact and create awesome memories. Someone asked, where are you guys taking your honeymoon? And we don't know. So we don't wanna be basic, okay? I wanna do something really cool, really different. We were thinking Scotland, we were thinking the Azores Islands. We just want something different and cool. We were also thinking maybe Formentera, which is this island off of Ibiza that looks really beautiful. Like I don't wanna do the Maldives, like no. Like I wanna do something where we can drive around, explore, have adventures, but something a little bit off the beaten path. Like I don't wanna be somewhere so full of people. So I'm open to suggestions. We're already gonna be in Europe, so anything close to Europe would be ideal. So if you have any suggestions, of course, drop them in the comments down below. And then the last question is, what did you find the most stressful? And as I said before, I'm not really done with the wedding planning process yet. So I feel like I'll be able to answer that better later. When we first started the process, I was a little bit overwhelmed because you kind of don't know where to start. Like, okay, you start with a wedding planner and then you start with a venue, but you're just kind of like all over the place and you don't know what to expect. You don't know how much it's gonna cost you. Like, of course you have estimates, but you don't really know. So that's a little bit stressful. But now that we're getting, you know, quotes coming back from vendors and we're like in the thick of deciding things, it is getting a little better. And when we were just in Italy last month, we did the tasting with a caterer and it was so much fun. Like core memory unlocked. I wish I could do it over and over again because that was like one of the most fun experiences, is like doing the tasting and trying the food and deciding what you want. It was just really fun. And Johnny was having a blast. I let him make the executive decision on a couple dishes. You know, you gotta let the boys have something. You gotta let them have something. Yeah, it's a fun process. I think my prediction for what will be more stressful is that as we get closer, trying to help friends and family figure out like their travel things. Like for a lot of our family, it's gonna be their first time in Europe, so they're gonna be super lost. So like helping them book things, I feel like that is gonna be quite a lot. But we also have our wedding planner and her team that will help us through that process as well. So it's nice having someone on our side to like help us through everything. And yeah, you guys, I don't know if there's anything I missed, but that's pretty much it for the questions that were asked. Ooh, I haven't taken these today, so I'll take them now. Don't forget the vitamins. You know, the Black Friday sale is on right now, so if you want to shop the vitamins and any of my Athlete Series products, so good. Yeah, that was today's Q&A. If you have any other questions, I can do a part 2 if you want. Probably a little bit later once I know more. So leave me a comment down below with questions, and don't forget to follow along on the grams, because that's where I really keep you guys updated. Oh my god, I should have waited until I finished the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to tell you more about the wedding. I choked.